City Council welcome you to the Avondale City Council meeting. As a courtesy to others, please silence all phones. Anyone wishing to address the council regarding an item on the agenda or under unscheduled public appearance should complete the request to speak form online at www.avondaleaz.gov/request-to-speak, or complete a blue card that is located at the back of the council chamber and hand it to the city clerk prior to consideration of that agenda item. When your name is called, please approach the podium and give your name for the public record. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. If more than 5 requests to speak are received, comments will be limited to 1 minute. A countdown clock will be easily visible on the speaker's podium. If your comments concern an item not listed on the agenda, Arizona open meeting law restricts mayor and council actions. If your comments concern an item not listed on the agenda, mayor and council may respond to criticism, request that staff review the matter, or request that the matter be scheduled for a future agenda. Thank you for your interest in the Avondale City Council meeting.
I'd like to call to order the regular City Council meeting of November 4th, 2024. Will you all please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Marcel, item 1, if we can get roll call.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Condi?
Here.
Councilmember Garcia?
Here.
Councilmember Solario?
Here.
Councilmember Malone?
Here.
Councilmember White?
Here.
Vice Mayor Nielsen?
Here.
Mayor Weiss? Or Mayor Pineda?
Here.
Sorry. Old habits die hard. Okay.
But that's... I just saw a picture with him in it. I was like, I miss him.
Oh.
So it's just, he's here in spirit. He's here in spirit. Okay.
At this point, we have the new voting system, and so you can mark present on your iPads. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 2, Ron, next item, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and Council. Up first, we have an introduction by Katie Gregory, our Assistant City Manager, introducing our brand new Economic Development Director.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council members. I'm excited this evening to introduce Jennifer Stein, who has been selected as our city's new Economic Development Director. She's joined the city last Thursday, which was a great day to join because it was Halloween and we had the creep and crawl, and she jumped right in, so she had a blast doing that. She comes with us with over 25 years of experience in communications, marketing, economic development, and strategic planning. And she'll be leading our business attraction, development, retention, and expansion efforts, all to enhance our residents' lives. Most recently, Jen was the Economic Development Director for the City of Peoria, where she led the award-winning award. She got an Oscar. Wait, no, an Emmy.
An Emmy.
An Emmy. She got an Emmy.
Long time ago.
But she led the award-winning public affairs, marketing, and tourism campaigns, as well as attracting prominent developments throughout the city in the high-tech, medical, restaurant, and hospitality sectors, some of which she plans to do here as well. She holds a bachelor's in science in public relations from Northern Arizona University, and I'm so excited because she's ready to hit the ground running, and we're excited to see where she takes the city. So, Jennifer Stein.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Katie. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to let you know how excited I am to be here and become part of the Avondale team. Just a little bit about myself, although Katie did a great job. I was born and raised and have lived my entire life in Phoenix, and I am a graduate from NAU. But for many years, I've been a long-time public servant in the West Valley, serving in both the marketing and economic development capacity. So I know this region well, and I love this part of the valley. Avondale has so much to offer, and we are really the center of it all, the center of incredible growth, a talented workforce, the center of AI technology, the center of a lot of the tech supplier activity we're seeing out there and investment. So this is going to be really exciting to help turn your vision into a reality. I also wanted to indicate and say the energy and the talent of Avondale staff and the wisdom in your leadership is what drew me here. And a special shout out and thank you to Cheryl Covert, who did a great job. I want to thank her for her leadership during the interim role and also all the advanced support she gave me, because for a number of days I've been receiving a lot of information, background, and overview so I can hit the ground running with the team. I can't wait to get started, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Next up, Mr. Mayor and Council, we have Kirk, our Director of Public Works, introducing a couple of new employees for him.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council members. This evening I have the pleasure of introducing two new employees in the Public Works Department. First is Bernadette Gutierrez. Bernadette is one of our administrative specialists in our administration division. Bernadette comes to the City of Avondale after spending 23 years with the City of Surprise as a Public Works Management Analyst. While at Surprise, she worked in the fleet department, processing invoices, purchase orders, contracts, asset replacements, and many other tasks. She'll be doing the similar stuff here with us in Public Works as part of our admin team. She enjoys working with her new team, or so she says, and learning about the City of Avondale, and says everyone's been very helpful and friendly. In her spare time, Bernadette enjoys gardening, cooking, Sunday family meals, and spending time with her 4 grandchildren. Next is Jared Carroll. Jared is a senior water reclamation operator at the Charles M. Wolf Water Resource Center. Jared comes to the City of Avondale after starting his journey in public works areas, working for EPCOR as a meter reader. Jared worked for EPCOR for 4 years, and within that time he transitioned from meter reading to operations. And while in operations, he obtained his ADEQ certifications, including a grade 3 in wastewater treatment, a grade 3 in water treatment, a grade 2 in wastewater collections, and a grade 2 in water distribution. So he's well sorted up for the work that we have him doing. After EPCOR, Jared joined the City of Peoria, where he worked there for 5 months before coming to join the Avondale team as a senior wastewater reclamation operator. Jared and his wife, Hannah, are expecting their first child in January. In his free time, Jared likes to exercise. He likes to play guitar. He's trying to perfect his sourdough bread recipe, which I just want to point out that probably none of that is going to happen after January. So please welcome Jared and Bernadette.
Jared, Bernadette, thank you for being here. And we'll try some of that sourdough when it's ready. Okay. Ron, next item, please.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor and Council, up next, we have a presentation by Chief Espinoza. I believe him and his team will be presenting our Citizens Police Academy graduates.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. As always, it is a pleasure to be up here with you guys. It is also a pleasure to introduce you to our 2004 Citizens Police Academy graduates. The graduates spent a total of 8 weeks learning about the police department. This is a great opportunity for us to showcase the agency and also an opportunity for us to learn from our residents. I also want to take a moment to thank Jenny Chavez, the sergeant that led the police academy, and her team. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Jenny.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. I am very excited to introduce you the 2024 Citizen Police Academy graduates. But before I do that, I do want to take the time to thank our Chief Espinoza, for allowing us to modify the schedule and use our creativity to kind of make it a little more dynamic and fun. So thank you, Chief, for that. And then also Officer Redfern and Officer Benavides, who helped put this whole thing together. Another special thank you to our volunteer, Paul Lemon, who was present at every single one of the meetings, which is great. So if we could just... Okay, so I'm going to introduce each graduate, but there's some weird spacing over here. It's because we wanted them in order and it just didn't work out. So when I call your name, just please stand up and remain standing until the end, okay? Isabel Castillo. Natasha Edmonds. David Schaefer. Araceli Ayala Schaefer. Addison Diaz. Juvenal Solario Naranja. Sorry if I messed that up. Leticia Solario. Gloria Solario. Brianna Lopez. Irene Barrera. Jesus Ocampo. Alyssa Perales Diaz. Nicholas Fuentes. Corey Perkins. Rada Vargas. Eddie James. Walter Gonzalez. Samandra Larios. Ramon Sanchez. Janila Nadu. Sherry Wise. And Jonathan Sager. And Brian Carrillo. And with that, I'm going to invite Eddie James and Isabel Castillo to come up and give a few words.
Good evening. Please forgive me if I look down at my phone. I wrote a couple of notes.
You're good.
My name is Isabel Castillo, and I was a part of this year's Citizen Police Academy class. I first want to start off by saying that when Officer Benavides asked me to say a few words, my mind immediately said no, but my mouth said yes, so here we are. Jokes aside, as a young girl, I have always been interested in law enforcement, anywhere from policing to lawyers and even detention officers. But it wasn't until a couple years ago when I attended Estrella Mountain Community College where I had a teacher who not only taught me so much about policing, but spoke so highly of Avondale PD, and that teacher was Chief Memo Espinoza. The way that he talked about Avondale PD, I just knew I had to see what all the fuss was about, and sure enough, he was right. The first night, we were happily greeted by almost half of the department, but most importantly, we were greeted by 3 individuals who would be the ones to carry us for the rest of the 9 weeks. Officer Benavides, Officer Redfern, and Sergeant Chavez. Their dedication to keep each week fun, exciting, and interesting was definitely there. Each week, we were presented by different topics that were instructed by different officers, anywhere from learning to put handcuffs on somebody or how to do a high-risk traffic stop or even clearing building tactics. It was also insightful and extremely engaging that it really puts into perspective to what our police officers have to deal with, all while protecting and serving our city. Some of their nights were heavier than others. This past month was Domestic Violence Awareness, and we were taught very insightful things about the topic. And on a brighter note, we were also very fortunate to be able to recreate a scenario where we played a role playing as police officers or a detective. As a citizen, we only ever see the outside and never from the inside. The CPA really did a great job of teaching us and putting it into perspective of what really goes on in the process that it takes. If there is one takeaway from the CPA class, is that it only made me want to join the Avondale Police Department even more. As I close, I want to thank everyone who was able to be a part of the class, and especially the officers who took the time out of their busy schedule to teach us about policing. If you or anyone you know would benefit from this class, I would highly encourage you to take it. But don't just take my word for it. Ask anyone here tonight, and they will tell you the same thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Can everyone hear me? So Mayor, Vice Mayor, a little bit higher. Thank you, Chief. This is for short people. Is that a little bit better?
Yep.
Thank you. So Mayor, Vice Mayor, honorable members of the council. I've been a member and a resident of City of Avondale for 21 years now. It's been blessed to live in this community. My name is Eddie James, and yes, I just want to thank everyone for allowing me to go ahead and share a little bit about my experience with the Citizens Police Academy. You know what? I'm reminded of a study I just read recently that when we look at the most trusted institutions in our country, the one at the top is actually small business owners. And when you do a little bit more due diligence in that, you find that it's because they're able to go ahead and exude both truth and compassion to both their employees and to the people that they serve. I really want to go ahead and add one more institution to that list, and that's to our Avondale Police Department. With every single interaction that I had for our 8 weeks, just the amount of compassion and truth that was exhibited and shown about why certain things were done. And for me, it had a lot to do with who Chief Memo has leading this team. Sergeant Chavez, Officer Benavides, Officer Redfern. Certain words that come to mind for me are vanguard, intermediaries, ambassadors. The way that they were able to ensure that we were both ambassador from the Avondale Police Department to the people, and the people to the Avondale Police Department. It goes without being said that over and over again, they would speak about servant leadership, but to see it actually being shown, I think that for myself, a black man in their 50s, to be able to go ahead and know that I can now, when I leave here, or actually now for the last 7 weeks, when I'm driving down the road and I see a Avondale police car, one of the first things I do is I try to pull up to see if I recognize the person that's inside. Because I know that I've got a chance to really build some relationships. And again, that just comes back to the leadership, right? For me, it all started the first night when Chief Memo ended up giving his testimony. And I sat back and I thought, how difficult it must be to be able to serve and protect people who don't trust you. That's got to be so tough. To hear you are trying to go ahead and serve and protect people, and all they do, they fear you, knowing that everything that you're doing is seen with ulterior motives. But to be able to go ahead and see time and time again that, again, and I just give the credit to Sergeant Chavez, Officer Benavides, Officer Redfern, whom they chose to come and present to us each week, and giving us again that sense that we're here to serve the people, all people. It really just gave me a real sense that, hey, I don't know what City of Goodyear's police department looks like, or Buckeye, but I'm so blessed where I'm at. So if there's ever any point that, again, as my previous friends spoke about, that if there's ever any doubt about this program, if the only thing I would have to say about the program is that we need to go ahead and get more people to know how great of a program this is. Thank you.
So first, I just want to thank and congratulate all of you for participating. Just what you've done in terms of becoming more aware of what not only services provided through the police department, but as you mentioned, Eddie, just that each one of these members of the police department, and to include the chief, are caring individuals who put their lives on the line and to do what's right by us, the residents. And it's really great that you are able to get a more in-depth, up close and look, I should say, to what they experience on a daily in their daily lives serving our residents, but more importantly, that they're real people too. And they are about community, and they definitely are about service. And so, Isabel, Eddie, thank you for sharing those words. Thank you all for participating. I congratulate you, as well as those that have your family here. And you said it best, Eddie, is that if we could become ambassadors with other community members to have them join this academy, that would be great. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to my fellow council. If there's any words that would like to be shared, this would be the perfect time. I'll start down with Council Member Condi.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for everybody that had their hand in this Police Citizens Leadership Academy. Before I got on council in 2016, I was a part of the Leadership Academy, the Police Academy, and I did it with my husband. And I tell you what, it really gave us a better understanding of all the things that happened behind the closed doors, right? And it really gave us a new respect for our police officers, all that you guys have to go through. Sometimes you guys get people that are upset or angry about certain things, but having us taking the class, being able to say, no, it's not like that. You need to get involved and take some of these classes so you have a better understanding. It's so important. You talk about ambassadors. I think you guys are all going to be ambassadors. And I know, what class is this, Chief Espinoza?
Ma'am, it's been a long time, Chief Nanigay. How many classes have we done? 15?
Yeah, so just think, since 2015 all the way through now, all the people that have taken this class that have now they're really considered ambassadors. But I just want to thank you all, because it is a commitment coming on Wednesdays, and sometimes leaving your family at home to come and be a part of the academy. So I just want to thank you for your dedication in taking the class. And I know that we have another class, if nobody's taken it yet, it's a Citizens Leadership Academy, which is also a very great class to take. But again, thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the officers and volunteers that helped with this class. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Garcia?
I'm like shaking a little bit, only because it makes me so proud of the Avondale PD and what they're doing in the community. This class is so important, and as a prior law enforcement officer, seeing what they do behind the scenes is beyond important, because you get a better understanding of what they go through every day or why decisions are made. It does take a lot for somebody to take a Wednesday off to come to do something. It takes away from family, dinners, or whatever commitments you had. But to do this, it shows what type of person you are in the community, in the leadership, in your families, and who you will be now in the city of Avondale to advocate for the police department. And maybe one or two of you will end up applying and being right here in front of us, teaching this class to another group of citizens. So I applaud all of you guys for being here today and graduating. And to all the officers, Memo was also my teacher. I said one day I was going to work for him, and I applied it too many times and I didn't make it, but it's so awesome to see what they are doing now in the community. So thank you guys, all the officers that were involved. Thank you guys so much for what you do.
Thank you. Councilmember White?
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you so much, Memo, Sergeant Chavez, Ben,
in red. I really appreciate hearing the words from the class members. I know some of you personally, so I know some people miss Bible study and prayer meetings. So I know that's a big sacrifice. Dinners with your families, preparing those meals, sitting down. It's a huge commitment, but I think one thing that we like to do is stay connected. And so as we continue the connection and continue the conversation, I know that Memo is one of the visionaries I've met in policing, and as we reimagine policing together, this is how we do it. We do it together. So I just want to commend you, Memo, on making that your focus and making sure that the community has a way to come in and actually see behind the scenes. It makes it more authentic. Each and every one of you, thank you for being in Avondale. Thank you for loving and caring about the community enough to spend that kind of time, and I really appreciate it. Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you.
Thank
Councilmember
you.
Malone?
Yes, thank you. I also had the opportunity to take the class in 2016. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of great information and how you can take that information and advocate and be an ambassador, like you guys have said, for our community and let them know that the community, our police department is top notch. We do an amazing job protecting our community. And I just want to congratulate each of you guys for taking the opportunity to come out here and do this class every week because it is important and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Solorio?
Thank you, guys. It was a really fun 8 weeks. Jenny, Benny, and Red, you guys are amazing. You're amazing at what you do. You're amazing that, this is a bigger class, right? So I can only imagine, to wrangle everyone and get all personalities and all in there. You guys really made it happen. You guys taught us some great things. We got to see some new things the way you guys were trying them. But I think the 3 of you really make the class and make that dynamic. And it's great to see you guys in the community. And I was at a trunk or treat, and those 2 back there were like the center of attention and the rock stars. So, thank you to all of you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Nielsen?
No, I'd just like to, again, all of us have appreciated that you've done. Dedication is one thing. You signed up for this. You're committed to do those 8 weeks or whatever. We appreciate you doing that and keeping your commitment. The other thing that comes out of this is you get to know people in this community that you've never known before. Over the years, when I did the Citizenship Academy, many years later, there were others that people, we were on that together. That's something that is a benefit and a blessing to each and every one of you. I think the other thing is, maybe it's a good thing or a bad thing, you now have been exposed to what the police deal with on a day-to-day basis. You will not go by a speed camera, a red light, a stop sign, an accident any longer and not think about what you've learned in this class. It's just an amazing part of it. And I guess maybe on the light side, just a minute, I appreciate, is it Ed, coming up and saying that you come up to see the side of the police officer to see if you've met him or not. That's the proactive part of it. I hope it's not the reactive part of it when they pull up to the side of you and tell you, oops, move over. But again, thank you so very, very much, all of you. And you will look back at this in 5 years, 10 years, and really appreciate what you have learned from these wonderful officers tonight. Thank you.
Again, thank you all. It was also a pleasure to see that we have some young potential future ambassadors sitting down. I noticed that there was a good cheering section for somebody there in the back. That was pretty awesome to see. But I believe we're all going to take a picture, so please stick around for a bit. We're going to do a proclamation here in just a second, but I would love to make sure that all of us get a picture with all of you. So if you don't mind sticking around, we'd appreciate it. And thanks again, Chief, for the
Thank you, Mayor.
support. Okay, Ron, next item, please.
Yep. Next up, Mr. Mayor, we have a proclamation on the Phoenix Raceway NASCAR Championship Weekend. Cheryl Covert, our Assistant Director of Economic Development, and apparently one of our superheroes, is going to kick this off.
Man, apparently I'm a superhero tonight. Good evening, Mayor Pineda, Vice Mayor, and members of the council. For 60 years, Phoenix Raceway has enhanced entertainment and recreational opportunities for Valley residents while bolstering economic development and tourism in Avondale and the surrounding cities. That tradition continues this upcoming weekend on November 8th through the 10th as Phoenix Raceway hosts its 5th NASCAR championship since 2020. Tonight we celebrate Phoenix Raceway, the gem of Avondale, with this proclamation before you. But I also wanted to introduce a special guest we have tonight, Chantel Carlson with Phoenix Raceway, if you'll please come up. Chantel is here to represent Phoenix Raceway for us. Sorry, let me... Sorry.
It's okay. It's a humbling experience. Well, first, thank you, Cheryl, for those lovely words. And thank you to Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, and the entire city of Avondale for this recognition and this proclamation. We are truly honored to be able to say that we reside in the city of Avondale and that Phoenix Raceway gets to call the city of Avondale our home. Both NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway view our relationship with the city as a true partnership. Whether it's working with lovely council members like yourself or city officials, or working with our police to think through our traffic plans. It's those little details that really help our team to be able to make it look like it's easy to pull off an event of this magnitude. I like to remind people that we functionally hold the Super Bowl of NASCAR, and the fact that we have gotten that for 5 years in a row and we have it again for a 6th year is really something to be celebrated. The fact that NASCAR trusts the city of Avondale to really host such a large event truly just speaks to the relationships that we have. We are excited to say that we've sold out for our 7th Cup Series race in a row, which is also a massive deal in the world of NASCAR. And this weekend, we will be welcoming over 125,000 people through our gates. That is not counting the 6,500 campsites that have multiple campers staying in there, many of whom don't even purchase tickets. They just come to become Avondale residents literally for a week. If you've never been there, they build their own neighborhoods. It is their own city out there. So thank you so much. For those of you that are unaware, we are sold out for our Cup Series race, but we do still have general admission infield tickets available, and then we do still have tickets available for Friday and Saturday's race as well if you want to catch some of the action this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. So at this time, I'm going to love to read this proclamation for Phoenix Raceway. Whereas Phoenix Raceway proudly celebrated its 60th anniversary this past January, standing as a beacon of motorsport excellence, and whereas Phoenix Raceway has not only provided exhilarating entertainment through its world-class events, but has also contributed significantly to the local economy, creating jobs and opportunities for our citizens. And whereas the City of Avondale recognizes the dedication and commitment of Phoenix Raceway in promoting safe, family-friendly events that enrich our community culture, and whereas the decades-long partnership between the City of Avondale and Phoenix Raceway has fostered a vibrant fan community, bringing together residents and visitors from all walks of life to celebrate the thrill of auto racing and foster a sense of camaraderie and passion for the sport. And whereas the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, NASCAR, was founded in 1948 and is considered one of the top-ranked motorsports organizations in the world. And whereas each year NASCAR sanctions more than 1,500 races in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and Europe. And whereas NASCAR has raced in Avondale since 1977, and in 2020, Avondale and the Phoenix region were selected to host a NASCAR championship weekend at the newly remodeled and state-of-the-art Phoenix Raceway. And whereas NASCAR championship weekend, attendance numbers close to 100,000 persons for the weekend and positively impacts economic development in the region, generating $473 million each year in revenue for Arizona, especially the cities and towns in the Phoenix metro area. And whereas the local community and the region have made such an impression that NASCAR has awarded the championship race to the City of Avondale and Phoenix Raceway every year since 2020. And whereas these championship events are broadcast to tens of millions of people across the U.S., internationally, and garner over 7 billion social media impressions worldwide, further positioning Arizona as a premier tourist destination. Now, therefore, I, Mike Pineda, by the virtue vested in me as mayor of the City of Avondale, Arizona, and the entire Avondale City Council, do hereby congratulate Phoenix Raceway on their 60th anniversary acknowledge the invaluable contributions of the Phoenix Raceway and NASCAR to our community culture, economic development, and quality of life, and officially and declared November 8th through the 10th, 2024 as NASCAR Championship Weekend here in the city of Avondale. Congratulations. Is there any member of council that would like to comment? Councilmember White?
Thank you so much, Mayor. I just wanted to again thank the Phoenix Raceway. I'm so excited about the race coming up, so I just hope we can all get out and continue to support things in transit. Those are things that help the wheels go round here, and so we can teach about technology. They do a lot of service in the community. They're bringing kids out to the raceway, so for those of you who haven't seen it, kids can get in free. You just have to pay for a parent's ticket. I don't think you shared that, but we want to make sure as many kids get out there and see that in our community. So those kids' tickets are still available. I think that's the only thing we didn't share.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. And thank you again, Chantel, for being here tonight. Ron, next item, please.
Mr. Mayor, I think the next item is going to be pictures.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Mayor and Council, if you would like to join us on the floor for photos, we can do the proclamation first.
The next item on the agenda is consent. Are there any council members who wish to have an item removed for separate consideration?
Thank you, Mayor. One moment, it's unscheduled public appearance, but I just do want the record to reflect that we have not received any requests to speak.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. With no unpublic appearances, item 4 again, consent. Is there any member of council who would like to have an item removed for separate consideration? Seeing none, can I get a motion and a vote?
And thank you, City Council. Perfect. I didn't even have to teach you. So we have a motion on the iPad from Councilmember Condi. We have a second by Councilmember Malone. At this time, you can vote using your iPads.
Item passes. Ron, next item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Up next, actually, is right on to the summary of current events from you, the Vice Mayor, and/or council members.
Okay. Councilmember Solorio.
It hasn't happened yet, but Councilmember White, myself, and Councilmember Malone will head out to Tampa next week for National League of Cities Summit to represent Avondale out there. So I'm sure we'll let you know all the fun things when we get back. So it'll be exciting. It's their 100 years.
Thank you, and we look forward to you sharing. Councilmember White.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I just wanted to share and thank the city for allowing me to use staff to help coordinate it, but I attended the Impact Transit and Community Conference that happened in Philadelphia as a representative of Valley Metro RPTA, so I want to send a thank you to them as well. I had the opportunity to network with industry leaders to talk about innovations in transportation, and I really had a great time, and we participated here when it was in Phoenix, and so I look forward to participating again next year. I also wanted to thank the city and staff. I attended a party at the polls last week, Tuesday, hosted by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Arizona West Valley Alumni Chapter, and it was just a really great time bringing people out and energy. I have been sharing far and wide that the city of Avondale and our council chambers are one of the safest places to come and cast your ballot. I wanted to commend our clerks team and the entire city staff. We have security folks here. They've been here letting people cast their ballots from the county all weekend. So a lot of people believe that early voting ended on November 1st. Yes, that's the last day you could have submitted an early ballot for it to be counted, but we've been voting here all weekend. So we have a tremendous thing, and I just want to thank you, Mayor, for making sure these chambers were open to the public, and our council for supporting those efforts. And thank you so much, Mr. Corbin, for affording some of your staff for that. People really feel safe over here.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Garcia? No? Okay. Anybody else? This past weekend, I'd like to thank staff, Parks and Rec, that braved the weather. Believe it or not, Arizona did have some weather over the weekend for the Dia de los Muertos event held at the Goodyear Cemetery. While there, I met a number of folks that had some things to share with me, and one of which was a resident who has written a couple of books regarding the cemetery and has a lot of history at her fingertips that I would love to get access to. So I'm looking forward to meeting with Mrs. Crouch at the Legacy House at some point to get some of that information. And if you are not familiar with all of the information of the history regarding that cemetery, I'd highly suggest that you seek that out. You can get some of that at the Litchfield Historical Society, but just a lot of history there. So just wanted to make sure I share. If nothing else, then we can move on to item number 6. This item is adjournment. Can I please get a motion? So we have a motion from Councilmember White, second from Councilmember Malone. Please vote. And we are adjourned. Everybody have a great night. Drive